Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here for another manga review and live as well. We're here for our Black Clover content. So let's get started. Let's start the show. Let's hit the intro, guys. Welcome back, Anime Lily fans and Black Clover fans. How you guys doing? Myself, as always, LegendDVash here with my Kim Games verified RayApollo down below here, and the JBXclusive where you get your exclusive content. I care for spoilers for anything movie related and anything else. And we're here for Black Clover chapter 271. Does anyone remember the name of the chapter? Because I don't. Yep, exactly, called Union. So we're here for chapter 271 that came out here on Viz Official Shonen Jump here, and I'm excited to talk about this chapter, guys. So who wants to start it off of the first impression of this chapter?
You had some real trauma in your life. So yeah. I'm very curious to see what this character is. But yes, the Devil Union, the Devil contracts with Asta and Lieb, I'm like, this could go a lot of different ways. But it's also like, it takes back, use your anti-magic power, bro. Oh, okay.
And also, James, I'm sorry about this, but can you repeat what you're saying from the beginning? It's because somebody said that I didn't have the volume for the desktop audio.
Yo, I'm
trying to do everything. All right, one mistake out of the past two streams. One mistake, not that bad. All right, James, go ahead, again.
Bro. No, I was just saying, like, I'm very curious about NACHT. He's a very, very mysterious type of character. He obviously has a lot of stuff in his backstory, like what Ray was saying, like, why did he need to form a contract with 4 devils? What did he have to go through? Why does he feel like he needs all of this power to fight anyone? There's so much to learn about him. The way that he thinks, I feel like the way that he thinks is completely different than how he talks to people, because he wants them to like figure out the hidden meaning behind what he's saying. I really like NACHT. I love this first contract that we have between Asta and Lieb, and I want to see what that true form is going to look like at 100%.
That's it, man. I've been saying that from the beginning. That's like, I want to see Asta's devil mode. Like, just, I want to see it so good because it could be really cool. Like, Nox is awesome. I keep saying it. He looks like a devil blood bolt hunter, which is sick. I'm like, what's Asta gonna look like? Is he gonna look like a mech? I don't know. Like, I really want to see this. So, but this chapter was really confirmed a few things for me. It's like, first of all, Asta is more and more like Yami every single day.
Well, it makes sense. Like when you are like his master, like not his master, when you are his sensei more, when you're the one that has been overshadowing him, you teach him how to be a better person, surpassing limit. And I love how NACHT kept saying, like, I hate that phrase. It's like, I hate that type of slogan that the Black Bulls like to use. But I love how we always go back to that and that type of reference, that type of personality. Like, even though we haven't seen Yami train Asa, like actually physically train him, showing how to use a sword and everything, showing any combat, but he has shown him in a more morality sensei type of way, teaching him and everything. So I love how we keep showing that, of how the fighting stance, he even was very similar to the stance that he liked to use. I think it's called his Dimension Slash is the same way he likes to do that. So it's very similar how Asta also did that as well.
So I have a question for y'all. Why do y'all think NACHT hates that phrase so much? Like, there's got to be reason to it. And so I'll tell you my theory. And it's because I think NACHT understands that he knows that not every person can literally just pass their limits at a moment's notice, like Yami and his group has been. We all have established that those people are very special, even though people they're looked down upon, they have talents and latent abilities that nobody else has. And I think he understands that. And that might be why he went to seek out the power that he did, because he just literally didn't have it, potentially.
A good way to help the argument, because Noelle has that type of potential. She has that type of ability, but she never touched that potential because she was always being bullied from her siblings and actually always being hurt on. But then when she finally has some type of sensei like Yami that always tells her like, hey, you have potential, always hits her head and tell her like, hey, you got this, go surpass your limit. And like, remember that time when it was in the when it was in the Water Temple arc, he even told her like, you got this, go fight that opponent, and she surpassed her lit. So it just depends on the type of master sensei you have to teach you how to surpass it. And it could be what you're saying, Ray. NACHT probably couldn't do it. That's why he had to go and seek that help or go to the dark shadows.
I don't know, like it's just a guess. It's like, because when it's like we make fun of it all the time. It's like, he just always surpass your limits, and then they do, and I'm like, okay, bro. It's like, it's because they always had that latent potential. They have this ability, beyond the circumstances of a normal person that makes them able to do that. Yeah, and I feel like I'm just like, that's not true for everybody, and that's why I hate you so much, because you give these people this hope and this idea that they can be stronger if they just try hard, and it's not how it works. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that as well, but to take it a step further, I think he doesn't like it because they make it seem too simple. They make it seem like it's just a joke to them. It's like, well, I need more power, so I'll just surpass my limits right now. Where I feel like he's been through so much shit when he was younger that he had to get this power and fight every single moment for everything that he has. For Asta to just say that, yeah, even though you have 4 devils that you have a contract with and you're super powerful, I'll beat you because I'll just surpass my limits. You know? So definitely.
And that's probably why he hates Yami, because Yami just did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Asta also realized that, because if you see in page 10 and 11, Asta was saying like, so he's got contract with 4 devils. Does that mean he has been face to face with death that often? Our connection is stronger than it was before we made our contract. I should be able to draw out before. So Asta realized that, wait, for him to have 4 contracts with 4 devils, that must mean he has gone, back to hell all the time just to get these type of contracts. So he knows that he has gone, surpassed his limit, but actually gone through death is what Asta's, trying to notice.
Yeah, which is like, okay, he's drawing a really interesting comparison between like life and death, literally. Asta's full of life, and like it's the opposite of his mother, who consumed life from others, not even of her own choice. So it's like, interesting there. But it's like, their contract is unique, I guess, in terms of a devil and a human. So it's like, they have to figure out how it works, because Lieb even said, I don't know, I just assumed that I was going to steal your body and do my own damn thing.
And so he's like, I don't know what we're doing. We're just going from how, float the boat here. I'm like, so you just literally had a all plan out that you was going to take his body just from there, work from there. Like, you and Asta are very similar, because you guys don't think plans through.
I mean, that's why he literally took his arm. Like, he was like, I plan on taking your whole body, so I don't really know how this is supposed to work. This is new to me too. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that they're not able just to go into this demon union form. Like, they're going to have to learn it, because, everything else is just kind of like, oh yeah, I figured that out. But no, it's like, he's going to have to learn it, which is great. I really am happy I can't wait to see how long that takes, but I don't think that they're going to learn it like right here.
And plus, I'm happy how we didn't acknowledge it, but me and Ray were both right last week that he has contracts with 4 devils, and he even said like, in each contract of a devil has their own powers and plus characteristics. How this one, how you pronounce his name? What was it?
Oh, I don't even know, man. Like, I'm not even
Guido Molo, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. Guido Molo has a character where you could rise the devil's shadow magic. And for those that don't read Solo Leveling or anything, or if you do, Sung Jin Woo, that's literally almost like his power that he got from unlocking a new trying to go non-spoiler here. Unlocking a new achievement. So I'm very happy that this is very similar to it. Is that I'm gonna just tell people it's Arise, and this was freaking amazing just to see this in a different panel, in a different series. It was almost like it, so it's really dope just to see. But what I'm more curious about is that, what does the other 3 devil contracts have? What are their powers as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see when this fight continues. I don't want to see all of the
Oh
characteristics.
yeah, of course not.
Because I would hope they would save that for the actual fight in the underworld.
Yeah.
But I want to see at least one more. And I really want to see Asta go beyond his limits, man. Like, they all learn so much by fighting. And again, to go back to NACHT, I think that's why he hates them so much, because their battle experience gives them all of the power needed to surpass their limits. And he obviously had to do a lot more to do it. So I think that's why he hates the Black Bulls, honestly.
Yeah.
And Royals too.
Yep.
And also, we didn't touch on it. So I want a chibi version of our boy Lebe as a plushie, because once you saw him in page 4, you're like, you're all tiny. He just looked like so cute, the horse and everything. Like, I don't know what's going on. So like, it was adorable. Like, so it makes sense when you have a binding union spell with your demon. This what happens. Your demon turns into the chibi. So now it makes sense from how last week we saw NACHT with his little 4 chibi forms on behind him. So it makes sense now that that's confirmed that he has 4 of them. So it's really dope that he has that.
But then it brought up the question, like behind the scenes we talked about. So what's the contract with the Triad? How does theirs work? And why don't they have those little chibi forms?
But it shows that it's not exactly the same like the way NACHT
Not
and
at all.
Asta has it out.
Not
Because
at
this
all.
is the opposite. NACHT and Asta has a contract as equal with them, where they could turn to chibi form. But with the Dark Triad, they, like you said, Ray, last week, that you think that the humans, Dante, Zeno, and the girl, they're the slaves, but the master's the devil. That's what you think, and that could be possibly true.
That's what I think. So we're gonna find out one way or another. And I think it's super interesting. So yeah.
And plus, it's very fascinating how Asta wants to learn of how to control, like, I'm really curious to know how the control form of how James said to surpass the limit. Like, I wonder how's the full fusion with Asta Emperor Libre is gonna look. Because right now, just currently looking at it, it looks like the same when Asta just uses the 20% or something like that.
Well, that's just because he formed the contract, but he hasn't actually done the devil union mode yet.
Right.
Yeah.
He has to learn how to do that. So question for you guys. Do you think that 272 will be more of this fight, or do you think they'll switch to where we'll learn more about ultimate magic with Noel and the rest of?
Now, see, this is the
Magic
fun
Knights.
part that we always get into with Black Clover, where we're like, well, when is this going to end? When is he going to switch to the other perspective? I don't know. I feel like, yeah, you're right. This next chapter could be him jumping to them again. And we like, what the heck? You know?
Because I feel like this is a good, like, in-between stopping point to move on to something else.
I agree.
Because what if Asta doesn't master the devil mode until he gets to the underworld?
That's what
we run out of time.
That's what I'm hoping happens.
Me
I'm
too.
hoping that happens, like,
Me
for
too.
real. So like, because then Lieb also figures out that, oh, I have more control of my power in the underworld. Crazy.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I hope that happens, like, legitimately. So maybe they do switch over to learn. We do this all the time with this, and he's like, next chapter they jump to the next thing. He's like, oh, not yet, and then we're like, oh yeah, and then oh no, we'll see more of this. And then he jumps to the next thing.
No lie, was funny was when James asked that, I was just about to ask that too. I was like, so he literally says, I hate that phrase. That's just like a perfect spot to literally switch to a whole different story with a whole different character. And right now, who else is training right now, knowing them? We haven't seen the past, I think, 5 or 6 chapters. So it was the perfect way to go check them out.
We have 2 more days. Like, we have to learn something about ultimate magic. Like,
yeah, because we need to see how is regular humans that has good royal blood.
Bro, I just kept waiting for them to show up. Like, look, we did it, and they were like, what?
Hey, what training? We didn't see no training arc. We didn't see no behind the scenes, no flashback, no nothing. So what the hell do you mean? Like, oh yeah, we learned ultimate magic. Like, but I thought the elves were good with ultimate magic. Now we see and Luck even. I forgot who else with them. Charming. If Charming learns ultimate magic from elf, like, so she has an elf type of magic of ultimate, but she has the dwarf and everything.
I kind of feel like they're gonna tell her that we can't teach you, because you have a whole different style of magic. I feel like it's what they're gonna be like. Sorry, but you can't learn this. You're gonna have to go learn it from your folks.
That would seem interesting. That would seem fascinating. That is actually get done with her, because that seems kind of normal. Because she has 2 traits of magic, so that would seem kind of normal if it actually happens.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, but we only have 2 days. Like, she wouldn't have time to, like, do anything.
Right, which means she would just be stuck with her magic and which we saw was actually pretty powerful on its own. So
Unless we see a dwarf come out of nowhere, like, "Hello, young one, I've been coming here to get you. I'm here to come train you."
It's completely possible.
Very possible. Or much like Asta and Lieb, she doesn't unlock more of that dwarf power until she has to fight in the underworld.
Maybe, yeah.
And who knows, man?
One thing that we didn't bring up also is that so we finally got the sword finally getting its name.
Demon Slasher Katana.
Even though I'd just rather it should be called Demon Slasher, because I love the name Demon Slasher, because it's just dope as hell. Like, it literally just sounds like, out of all his swords, Demon Slasher, Demon Destroyer, I forgot what the other one's called.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer and everything. Demon Slasher has a nice ring to it though, so like it's a nice name for it. It has a nice ring for it, so it sounds really dope.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see the comment that Yami gives about the name of the sword.
yeah.
You'd be like, "That's whack. That's us."
Yeah, probably.
And plus,
like, oh,
and plus,
okay.
Can I get my sword back? He'd be like, "Oh, okay, here."
Nah, I feel like he's gonna be like, "Oh, you can keep it, kid." This is basically what's
he'll
gonna
get
happen.
another one.
Yeah.
That is true, and I hope if he gets another one, he says like, "I have to go back to my country to get it," and then we get an arc focusing on Yami and and plus Japan type of world of Black Clover. That'd be pretty interesting. Okay, that's the only type of real world that we know of how it looks and sounds like.
Yeah, I would love for him to go back to Japan. I would love for him to take Asta and the Black Bulls to Japan. I think that would be really cool.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting arc for them training itself alone. Like that'd be pretty interesting. And Ray, I totally agree with you. Asta's arms is bulky as hell in this page 13. I'm just looking at like that whole
like, Asta is Swole Patrol. He's the captain of the Swole Patrol now. Because Yami's gone. So yeah.
I mean, since day one, Asta has been doing like 1,000 push-ups a day.
So he's technically doing the whole One Punch Man.
So what we wanted. This is what we wanted Rock Lee to be, but but yeah, here we are.
Rock Lee was always skinny. Like if you think about it, like he was always training, but always skinny.
I wish that Rock Lee would have been swole. That would have been amazing. But nope, never got that. So.
But I can really see what the next chapter is for 272, because to see the continuation of how Asta turns darker and black and probably gets another wing, and then instead of just flying with his swords, he actually flies with his wings behind him of the whole devil form and everything.
Yeah, I think it'll be really cool if he gets 2 wings and with the horns, and like I think much like how NACHT has like this full like coat. You know how Asta has like the like half cape. I think there's gonna be some variation of that in his 100% form. Who knows?
That'd be sick.
It would be sick.
Quick last thing to bring up that I just popped in my head. Nero. You know how Nero has technically her type of chibi form is the bird? So imagine like what happened, like, so you know how she's human but also turn half devil because of the forbidden magic she used. What happened if she could make a contract with somebody? Maybe if she could make a contract with Asta.
I mean, is she a devil though? Wasn't she just turned into a bird because it was a curse?
No,
right,
but
I thought it was a curse.
Yeah, but remember she has devil horns because of her using forbidden magic. So when you use,
but was it devil magic, or is that just the curse?
I think it's just the curse from forbidden magic. I could be wrong, but I think it was
from what I know, it was forbidden magic that was devil magic that gave her a curse to turn into a bird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Give me back my bird. Yeah, I don't know.
I want my bird.
I want my bird. Iron Man 2 for anybody who doesn't know. It's one of my favorite movies to make fun of.
And for James, it's definitely Iron Man 3.
Stop.
Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2, but all right, that's fine.
Different podcast.
It's true. Fine.
That's very true.
But no, that's all I got for this chapter. I want the next chapter like that. I love to read Black Clover because it's fun. Like Black Clover is just fun. It's fun for me.
It is.
So,
it's entertaining for what it is. It's showing it at its best. It is what it is and succeeds of what it's doing. So I enjoy this chapter a lot.
So see, I would consider what some people call, meathead shonen. This is what Black Clover is.
But it's good meathead in a good way.
Exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it being meathead. You know what I'm saying? It's a comic. It's supposed to have fun with it, and that's what this is. So
yep. There's many stories out there that can get as serious as you want it to be.
And you can find those whoa, wrong one. I did the wrong thing. Bring that back.
What'd you do? Come on, bro.
I put the outro transition already before I even put it in. I'm like, wait, we're not even done yet. But overall, this chapter was entertaining. 271, can't see 272 where it leads up to with our Asta and Lebe and NACHT, where that continued fight goes and surpass the limit. Or like James said, we might be switching all the way to Noel and see what happens.
Yeah, we will see. Can't wait for 272.
Same, man.
All right,
Can't wait.
so we're good now.
We good, man.
Yeah, guys.
good.
So let us know, guys, in the comment section. Let me know. Join our Discord. Like the video. All in the description is all the links where to find myself, Ray, James of Careful Spoilers, Anthony, Nee of the team. Where to find us is definitely down below. Twitter, everything else. So guys, subscribe as well. Press the bell notification and to upload videos. Other than that, see you in the next one. Take care. In transition now.
You did it.